Hey guys, Mr. Prusky here. Hope you're having a good day so far. We are going to be talking about more factoring today in Chapter 10. Very important topic, and we're probably just going to do a quiz on just this concept, which is 10.5. So let's read the name of the lesson and the essential question. Name of the lesson. Ready? 1, 2, 3. General factoring. Essential question. 1, 2, 3. How do we do general factoring? Okay, so if you recall, we were doing like those diamond problems and stuff. We're finding factors of the top number that add to the bottom. So, for example, if we had 12 and 7, we're looking for numbers that multiply to the top and add to the bottom. So what are some numbers that multiply to 12? We got 1 and 12. What else multiplies to 12? We got 2 and 6. What else we got? 3 and 4. So which numbers multiply to the top to 12 and add to 7 on the bottom? Which these ones work? We have these ones are going to add, these ones, or these ones. Which one do you guys think? It's going to be 3 and 4, because 3 times 4 is 12, and 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay? So we're going to start pretty easy today with all positive numbers, and then we're going to work our way up to some harder ones on the second day. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead, and we're going to do all the odds together, and then you guys will try all the evens on your own. Okay? So, we have b squared plus 7b plus 10. So, we're going to do our diamond, or our x. Okay? So, remember, we're going to put c on top, we're going to put b on the bottom. So, remember, we have a squared, the formula is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 usually. That's the standard form of a quadratic equation, okay? So then this is going to be our, what's our A, B, and C? That might be a good thing to write down for every problem. What's our A for this one? A is going to be 1. There's a 1 in front of here. What's our B? 7. And what's our C? 10. So we're going to put 10 on the top. We're going to put 7 on the bottom. And then we're going to do our diamond problem. So we need to find numbers that multiply to 10 that add to 7. What numbers multiply to 10? We got, so I'll put 10 up here. We got 1 and 10. What else multiplies to 10? We got 2 and 5. And like I said, if you need to use that factors and multiples chart that I offered, I'll probably attach it to this lesson as well. And I'll probably attach the factor flow chart too. But if you're struggling with the factors of 10, you guys can just look up like what numbers go into 10, you know. And then there's always a pair. 1 times 10 is 10, 2 times 5 is 10. So you want to find the pair that goes together, okay? So now we need numbers that multiply to 10 that add to 7. Which of these numbers are going to add to 7 over here? 1 and 10 or 2 and 5? Well, 1 and 10 is 11. That's going to add to 11. What about 2 and 5? Does that add to 7? It does. It does. So our final answer is not going to be, we're not going to put 2 and 5. That's not what we're going to put. That's not our answer. What we're trying to do, what factoring is trying to do is we're trying to take this and we're trying to get it back to a FOIL type situation with two binomials, okay? So our final answer is not going to be 2 and 5. It's going to be b plus 2 times b plus 5. And that is our final answer. And like I said, why this works, let me show you what we're actually doing here, okay? I'm going to FOIL this really quick. You don't need to write this down. I just want to show you what's happening. We're going to FOIL this. What is b times b going to be? That's going to be b squared. What is b times 5? 5b. What is 2 times b? 2b. And what is 2 times 5? 10. And then we combine like terms. What is 2b plus 5b going to be? That's going to be 7b. So see how we got the original problem over here? Okay, by doing that. So this factoring, you know, the diamond problems are going to help us figure out what's going to work to make it, to go back from, to go what happened. Basically, this is the end of FOIL. We're trying to go back to the beginning of FOIL, okay? So you want to find numbers that multiply to the top, that add to the bottom. You're going to just put whatever variable you're going to put in the front here. Okay? So we get b plus 2 times b plus 5, and that is our final answer. That is what would happen if you were to unfoil b squared plus 7b plus 10. All right, let's move on to, we're going to do 3, 5, and 7, and you guys will try the rest on your own. All right, so we have k squared plus 9k plus 20. Do our diamond again. Oops, I don't make that nice and straight. Okay, so what's going to go on top? We put C on the top, we put B on the bottom. Sorry, I don't know if I mentioned that. I think I recorded another lesson that we didn't use, but Yeah, you always put C on the top and you put B on the bottom. All right, that's going to help us figure out what's going to unfoil nicely. So what's our C for this problem? It's going to be 20. And what's our B? 9. If it helps you can always go A equals 1, B equals 9, and C equals 20. If that helps you to write that out, you can totally do that. That's totally fine. And there's a siren outside, so that's great. So we have 20. We're looking for factors of C that are going to add to 9. I'm waiting for the siren to pass. Okay. So what numbers multiply to 20? Looking at your factors and multiples chart, we got 1 and 20. That's one that's going to work for every problem. 1 and 20. What else goes into 20? We got 2 and 10. We also got 4 and 5. I think that should be everything. So which of these numbers, 1 plus 20, 2 plus 10, or 4 plus 5, is going to add to 9? Which ones do you guys think? It's going to be 4 and 5. So, because 4 plus 5 multiplies to 20, and 4 times 5 multiplies to 20, and 4 plus 5 adds to 9. So our final answer is not going to be 4 and 4. We're not going to put 4 and 5. That's not our answer. Like I said, our answer is going to be a FOIL thing. You should always put these parentheses like this. We're going to do K plus 4, and then K plus 5. And this is our final answer. This is the unfoiled factored quadratic. Cool? All right, let's do 2 more, and then you guys will try a few on your own. So again, we're doing our diamond problem. I'm not going to list A, B, and C anymore. I'm just going to put C on the top and B on the bottom. So what's our C for this problem? Our C is going to be 5. Our B is going to be 6. So we need factors of 5, things that multiply to 5. Well, this was a pretty easy one. What multiplies to 5? There's only 2 numbers that work. It's going to be 1 and 5. So automatically, we know that 1 and 5 have to go here. So our final answer is going to be, remember, you do your parentheses, and you're going to put n and n. We're going to do n plus 1 times n plus 5. And there's our final answer. So yeah, when you have this is called a prime number, where the only numbers that multiply to 5 are 1 and 5. That makes it a pretty easy one to factor, because these are the only factors that work, basically, right? All right, last one, then you guys will try a few on your own. We got number 7. Number 7, we're going to do our diamond. We're going to put C on top. We're going to put B on the bottom. What's our C for this problem? We got x squared plus 12x plus 20. C is going to be 20. Our B is going to be 12. So we need factors of 20. So what multiplies to 20? We got 1 and 20. We did this one already earlier, actually. We got 1 and 20. We got 2 and 10. We got 4 and 5. But now we want numbers that are going to multiply to 20 and add to 12. So which of these pairs is going to add to 12? 1 and 20, 2 and 10, or 4 and 5? Yeah, 2 and 10. So our final answer, again, we're going to go like this. We're going to do our parentheses. We're going to put x and x. And we're going to put the rest of the numbers here. We got 2 plus 2 and plus 10. And that is our factored form. Okay? I'm going to zoom out, and you guys can go ahead and try examples 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay? I'll leave these examples so you can see them, and we'll pause the video here. You guys can pause the video and give these a try. All right, welcome back. Let's zoom into number 2. Number 2, do our diamond factoring problems. We're going to put C and B. Our C is 27. Our B is 12. So we need numbers that multiply to 27. What did you guys get for numbers that multiply to 27? Well, he's got 1 and 27. 2, no. There's 3 going to 27. Yep, 3 times 9. Is there anything else to multiply to 27? I don't think so. I think this is it. And we need numbers that are going to add to 12. So does 1 and 27 add to 12, or does 3 and 9 add to 12? Hopefully you said 3 and 9. So we're going to go R, parentheses, R, parentheses. We're going to put 3 and 9, but not just 3 and 9. We're going to put R plus 3 and R plus 9. And there we go. Oops. There we go. All right, next example. We have a squared plus 8a plus 15. I'm going to put, sorry, I gave it away. I'm going to start putting c up here without writing. I'll put c and b, but I'm just going to start putting 15 and 8. You guys should just get in the habit of knowing that the last number is going to be your c, the middle number is going to be your b. So we need numbers that multiply to 15. What multiplies to 15? We got 1 and 15. What else multiplies to 15? We got 2, no, it's an odd number. 3 and 5. Now, which of these are going to add to 8 on the bottom? Which ones do you guys think? 3 and 5. So we're going to go like this. We're going to put A and A. We're going to put plus 3 and plus 5. We're going to put plus 3 and plus 5. And there's our answer. If you were to FOIL that again, you get back to the original problem. 2 more examples. So we got n squared plus 15n plus 54. We're going to put 54 on top. We're going to put 15 on the bottom. I'm going to stop putting A, C, and B on the top and bottom. I'm just going to start putting the numbers there. We need numbers that multiply to 54. What multiplies to 54? Well, we got 1 and 54. We got 2 and, 27? This is kind of a hard one for me. 54 divided by 3. We got 3 and 18. And we got... And what I would do, guys, on your calculator, if you don't have your factor flow chart or whatever, or factor in multiple chart, just start dividing 54 by 2. Divide by 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. And just keep working your way up. And eventually you'll get to a part where they'll start repeating. If you do, so let's do 54 divided by 4 is 13.5. That means it is not a factor of 54 because it's not a whole number. 54 divided by 5 does not work. 54 divided by 6. So we got 6 and 9. And then we do 54 divided by 7, doesn't work. 54 divided by 8 also doesn't work. 54 divided by 9. Well, here's where we go. Once you get back to, eventually these numbers are going to increase, and then you're going to start getting to these numbers on the right, and that's when you stop, because that means that there's no more factors of it. Okay? So which of these factors are going to add to 15? Hopefully you said 6 and 9. Okay? So we're going to do n and n plus 6 plus 9. Okay? This is very colorful. Very nice. All right, last example, example 8. Do our diamond. We're going to put 21 on top. We're going to put 10 on the bottom. We need numbers that multiply to 21. So numbers that multiply to 21, yeah, so 21, let's just go through this together here. 21 divided by 2 is 10.5. That's not a factor because it's not a whole number. 21 divided by, oh, so we got 1 and 21 here, sorry. 21 divided by 3 is 7. We got 3 and 7. 21 divided by 4 is 5.25. It's not going to work. 21 divided by 5 also doesn't work. It's a decimal. 21 divided by 6 is the decimal. And then we're back to 7. Now we're back to 7, and 7 times 3, we already have that. So that one's good. So our answer, now we need two numbers that multiply to 21 and add to 10, sorry. Which numbers multiply to 21 and add to 10? 3 and 7. So we're going to get x and x plus 3 and plus 7. And there's our final answer. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, you just want to make sure that for these bigger numbers like 54 over here that I would just keep dividing by 54 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 until you get to a part. You'll get eventually to a part where you're going to these numbers on the right, and that means you can stop because you're just repeating. Because 6 times 9 is the same thing as 9 times 6, so it's kind of redundant. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day, and we will see you soon.